Hello folks, it's Polis, and today I'm going to be talking about the Team Fortress 2 competitive stress test, and also the beta. This is some gameplay of one of the 3 matches I have played. I did record all 3 of them. I probably will show the other one in a later TF2 video, but I'm just going to discuss about my experience and what I think and what are the pros and cons to this. Now, as I will say, I'm not really much of a competitive player, but I really learnt some things here and there of what weapons go well and what to do and what not to do in certain situations in a match. Now, this can help greatly if I could learn to do things better, like learn to shoot the crossbow a lot better, but also the vibe I got was it was competitive, but it was positive. Like, there wasn't people rage quitting. Well, the first match I played, 3 people did leave, and it was just 3 on 6, and then at the end we just had to screw around. It also made me learn to, time things. But it was very positive. It was quite nice. There was a bit gripes here and there of me getting dominated by soldiers. As a medic, you get killed, and yes, I'm using the Vitasaur as my melee weapon, but the bonus side of the Vitasaur, you get that extra. You get, I think, 15% of your remained Uber, which is a buff. You lose 10 health, but you can sacrifice a bit of health. As a make, you're not really getting a lot of fights. Now the pros and cons is basically this. Now it is in beta. The stress test as it is. Now the pros. First off, no ping issue. I had no lag or any ping problems at all. It was smooth the whole time round, and I actually enjoyed the game. With no lag. Now, like in most cases with TF2, I usually have some bad ping to the point where I can't play. I have to wait until the ping's gone or change server. But with the competitive, I didn't have to, because excuse me, I'm a little tired. But it was alright. That's the pros. The ping was great in TF2. The competitive, 6 versus 6, so you don't have a lot of players. So basically, makes it easy on the system. Now, the other pros is that none of the weapons are blocked. You can freely choose whatever loadout you want to experiment with and see which ones work for you. Now, I can definitely say the crossbow is useful, and I could have helped that soldier, but oh well. And with none of the weapons blocked, you could freely do what you like. The other pros is that you can play with friends. If you're playing with friends, it will be, a lot better. You can probably organize things much better than with other players. So that's 3 pros. That's really not much I can say. I think one of the pros is the ready up system, where you can ready up saying you're ready to start, rather than just starting a game immediately, which is quite which is quite interesting, I have to admit. Cons. The only cons I can see is 2. One of them is when you're being killed a lot by players who are higher skilled than you. I will say players who are better than you, I have to see. The other cons I can say is playing with other players. Now, no, most competitive gameplays you usually with the team, you team speak, but when you're playing alone it gets hard, and you may run into players that are not so good, and the game doesn't become as enjoyable, and you just get killed a lot. And that's what's happened to me on the 3 games I played. Sorry folks. Ugh. And I guess the final con would be aimbots. because I think on the third match I was a little bit iffy with this one sniper. I think he was an aimbot, but I couldn't be sure because he was killing my team a lot quickly. So aimbots would be the main problem that would be going on in Team Fortress 2 competitive. But you know, that's just me saying. But that's what I have to say. I think the pros outweigh the cons. But I think the major one would be the bollocks. Sorry, folks. How embarrassing is that when you're in the middle of a video and trying to do a TF2 one, you get a random Facebook message. Note to self: put it on silent when you're in videos. I'll edit that out, maybe, or maybe not. You're most likely going to see it in the video. But any case, though, if you're making videos, turn off your messenger. So, like I said, it was pretty cool. The game was fun, and my experience was pretty good. It felt positive, and I have learned things here and there. And I will say, as a player who plays pubs, you will learn a few tricks here and there, and you will learn. I've learned that if a soldier is going to rocket jump over me, I need to stay back. If I'm injured, I need to retreat. And if I'm going to point to die, then I have to try and keep a distance enough for me to heal my teammates. That's when the Crusader's crossbow comes in handy. I will admit to that. But, and also another thing, don't go in front of your teammate when you're being burnt by a pyro. But there you go, as it is. Now you're probably asking what about weapons. Now I guess if it depends on how your team is coordinated. So let's say you have like 3 soldiers, a medic, which I've learned very well. Medics are the key point of a good team. And you have a heavy and a scout. Now the soldiers will be, if you have the soldiers, one with a buff banner, one with a backup battalion, and one with a contra, or the conch, then you have a pretty much advantage over the enemies because you can use those buffs. You can become more of a menace, and you have to kill those soldiers. With the medic, if you had the Crusader's crossbow and had a quick fix, then he can heal up your teammates quick. You can heal them from a long distance. With the Crusader's crossbow, you're in less risk of getting killed, but you have to make sure you have a good enough aim to heal your teammates. And also, it does damage, so you can deal damage, but you can also help with teammates. And I guess with melee weapons, I would go for the Vitasaur if you're expecting to die a lot. In my experience, I think I would use the Vitasaur more to, obviously. And when at the end of the games, you get this kind of fun thing, and it was quite fun. And you get medals for your progress. So say you get a gold if you've done the most healing, the most damage. Like MVM, whoever does the most gets the most rewards. But it was fun. I did enjoy it, and yeah, it was all worth it at the very end. And I hope you all guys will get a chance to try this before it becomes officially released. But we'll have to wait and see. So I'll see you all later, folks, and have a good one.